Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen, and I am a Dragon Witch. I don't want to brag because there are other Dragon Witches, many Dragon Witches, or how they want to call themselves. Actually, those are just people with experiences with dragons. Of course, I don't want to be this guy that says, I know it all, I know everything. Of course, I do not know everything. There is not enough lifetime in this world to know everything about dragons. Like I said many times, every dragon is different. So the outcome of your path is going to be completely different than mine. But there are things that are connected to us. One of these things that are connected to us are what I call, I'm sorry for the name, but what I call the dragon realms. You might say the dragon heaven or something like this. Dragon heaven. It's not that simple as in religion, of course. The first time that I've seen dragon heaven, or how you want to call it, the dragon realms, the first time that I've seen it was actually my real awakening. In 2005, once I connected to the dragon at the first time, I didn't want to connect with the dragon at all because I was afraid of what people might think of me. Because they already thought that I was going strange and crazy at itself, because I am completely different than the majority of people in this world. So I was actually afraid, much afraid, to actually accept the dragon, never mind of what is going to happen once I accepted the dragon. Not that I was looking for the dragon, not that I was actually looking for something special. I wasn't looking for nothing at all. Until that day on the 28th of November 2005, my birthday, my 18th birthday, I was connecting to the dragon for the first time. It came from itself. I didn't, unannounced. I didn't even know what was going on. I thought indeed that I was going crazy, but there was much more going on than going crazy or being different at the beginning at all. I want to share with you, my brothers and sisters, the experience that I had in that what I call the dragon realms. The dragon realm is for it can be for everyone different. It depends on who your dragon is and how your path is going to be. Like I said, every path and every dragon is different. But in my case, I wanted to reject the dragon. And that is something that a lot of dragons actually don't accept themselves and know for an answer. Dragons can be considered as stubborn, but they are actually not stubborn. They moved heaven and earth to be with you. And if they have an answer like no, that is something that they will not take that easily. You know, your dragon is actually there with a lot of love and desire to be by your side because you are connected with each other with the dragon's eye. They will not just go away if you say go away. Even though that I wanted the dragon by my side, but I was afraid of what people would say once they would say that I would say to the people that I indeed follow the dragon. If they say some, for example, what do you follow spirituality? Then I would say nothing because actually it's a dragon. Actually, you should not be afraid of that. You should actually be proud of that. It's not because the entire world kneels down before one same religion that you have to do the same or that you have to reject it all because you don't accept that. No, there are so many different kind of spiritualities, so many kind of different paths that you can take. And once I rejected the dragon, my dragon was so sick and tired of that. He doesn't want to hear no for an answer. So he, without even knowing it, took me away from this world. I was split in two at that moment, and I didn't even realize it, that I was split in two. I had a life here as a human being, but I had a different life on another side. What I say to you, my brothers and sisters, is what my draconic self, my higher self, said to my human self, and so that I can share with you what I saw in these dragon realms. This dragon realm is actually not that far away from this world, but what I could see were meadows and forests. In fact, it's something that I wrote in my book, The Dragon's Fall. The entire world that I based this story on was the world that I've seen in the dragon realms without humans, because that is what I've seen in this place. It's there are a lot of people that says that they've been to heaven. Well, actually, my brothers and sisters, I can say the same thing. I've been to some kind of a heaven, but in this heaven there are no praying people, and that you'd see your loved ones, and that you, for example, that you would see everything that you desire. Well, actually, no. What I've seen in this realm for the first time was actually my own hand, and my own hand was that of a dragon. Something that I did never will never accept in the beginning of my path, but I couldn't put my eyes away from it. My hands, my human hands that I have now, they were hands of a dragon. That was the first thing that I've seen. Then they stepped on the grass, because I no longer had the balance of a human, I had the balance of a dragon. This brown hand with gigantic claws that I had to, have to balance myself in. And what I've seen in this world were forests, and especially meadows and open wide spaces. There were animals in this place, and I didn't even understand why there are animals, and I didn't even understand where I was, even though there was some place that remembered this place. There were some memories that remembered this place. And I was not at all like I am now, not at all anything like human. I had this more draconic kind of thinking. What I remember also in this place, that I could see the dragon, the one that touched my shoulder, the one that says, oh, be awakened, the one that I actually felt when I was just 18 years old. I've seen him for the very first time, and he was yeah, like I said, every dragon is beautiful, but this one talked with me, and I could understand what he was saying, and I was so darn excited. So excited, I just didn't know what to do with my own emotions at that moment. These emotions were high. I could feel my own emotions uncontrollably. So, but in this place, like, my dragon was in front of me, and I could see these high trees. And sometimes I could go outside of the forest and see these wide and large meadows. And sometimes I could hear birds, but they were like having this noise and um, this chant that they had, but these birds were making this noise backwards. Something that I very much remember to these days. Like, they were making noise like birds do all the time, but making it backwards. And that was so strange about this, but beautiful at the same time. And I could never leave my dragon's side. He was like my guide, guiding me through the realms. And it was like a few minutes. It seemed like a few minutes. And I was, like I said, I was so excited. I did never, ever want to go. Why should I? Why should I go away? I was like happy in this place. But after a while, I came to understand that all what you see is actually the dragon. All what you see is all the energies, all of what that is what my dragon made you understand. All what you see is actually the energy of the dragon. In this world or the other worlds, everything that is nature is still the dragon. That was actually very interesting to know. While the other side of myself, my human self, was here, just working, just sleeping, but like a zombie. I wasn't myself. Like, some part of myself was gone. Like I said, I was split in two. The one lived here, the one lived on the other side, exploring the dragon realms. Like I said, I'm not the one that said I'm like a guru. I'm like a preacher that knows it all. I don't know. I still discover a lot of new things to this day. I've been so many years on the Dragon's Path, still discovering so many new things. And I am not the one that says I'm going there every single time. Every single time I'm exploring the Dragon realms. I am no. At that moment, I was just learning and exploring new things about a new world where I felt like home. And I said to my dragon, I remember that, in a draconic language. I cannot say this now, but I could say it then, that I would never want to leave. I don't want to leave because that is what my dragon said. You have to go back. And I said, I don't want to go back. Why should I go back? And that is a phrase, a sentence that the dragon said, that your story must be told. Your story must be done so that I can sometimes tell you and tell everyone that should hear it about the Dragon Realms, that this is where all paths end. This is not where it ends, but it ends from this chapter. A chapter that you have now ends over there. And that is not what I want to say. Like I said, I don't want to brag like I know it all. A lot of people in this world knows it, have already visited it, inside of their dreams, inside of their visions. They could already know much more than what I have seen. But why do we have to go back? Because you are born here. And these dragons that you see there are the dragons that are still here by your side. In spirit, not letting you go. But they are still there nonetheless. And you can always talk with your dragons. And you will always be connected to the dragon realms, what I call Dragon Heaven.